palm trees, sunshine, theme parks, and endless fun. These are the things that put Orlando, Florida, at the top of the list for people visiting and moving to Florida. However, one thing that has plagued this fast growing city is the traffic, particularly along Interstate 4. Not only known for its traffic, I-4 is also considered the most dangerous interstate highway in all of America. But don't fret, Florida is already well aware of the problem and has come up with an ambitious plan to address the issue. This project is called Interstate 4 Ultimate, and Phase 1 is complete. Now the big question is, how effective has it been so far? What's coming next? And what can Orlando area residents and visitors expect in the future? But first, I want to welcome you all back to the channel. I am Mileage Mike, frequent traveler, civil engineer, and road enthusiast, exploring all parts of America far and wide, cities big and small, and discussing things I've seen along the way. Go ahead and hit that like button since you clicked on the video, and if you enjoy this type of content, don't hesitate to subscribe for more. And back to the topic. So what exactly are express lanes? Express lanes are a form of hot lanes or high occupancy toll lanes, which themselves are a form of the previous HOV lane. The original idea behind HOV lanes was to encourage drivers to travel with more occupants per vehicle in exchange for being able to use these lanes for an overall faster commute, thus taking cars off the highway. However, many state DOTs quickly realized that people simply would just opt to not use the HOV lanes at all rather than find other people to carpool with. This led to a lot of empty lanes in many cities. Eventually, the HOV lane transitioned to the hot lane. The hot lane idea is similar to the HOV lane, except that in lieu of having more passengers in the vehicle, one could also opt to pay a toll to access these lanes. Many cities that previously built HOV lanes eventually began to redesign them as hot lanes. Even here in Charlotte, the once seldom used HOV lanes along I-77 north of downtown have been redesigned as hot lanes. Express toll lanes are very similar to the hot lanes, except the fact that they do not allow any exemptions for high occupancy vehicles. Everyone must pay the toll to access them. Express toll lanes are becoming wildly popular across many American cities as the preferred method for dealing with highway capacity issues. Internally, many state DOTs refer to them as managed lanes. The idea behind express lanes is that by expanding the highway with toll lanes rather than free ones, the lanes generate revenue and eventually pay for their own construction and maintenance. They also have the side benefit of reducing the impact and possibility of induced demand by making additional roadway traffic costly. The revenue from the tolls can also be used to make future roadway improvements if necessary, rather than putting additional stress on cash-strapped DOTs. Whereas in fast-growing cities, simply adding more free lanes runs a much higher risk of them being clogged again in a short period of time, eventually needing a new and likely even more costly solution later on. Now let's get back to I-4. Interstate 4 is the main east-west highway in Florida. It connects the cities of Tampa, Orlando, and Daytona Beach. Tampa and Orlando are not only two of the fastest growing cities in Florida, they are among the fastest growing metros in the entire country. At over 3.2 million currently in Tampa and 2.6 million in Orlando, there are a lot of people moving between these cities. Additionally, Orlando is one of the nation's top tourist destinations, and many people from other states and countries visit the area attractions each year. Yet, with all this population, they are served by a puny 6-lane interstate. I was somewhat shocked myself to see such a low-capacity roadway serving two metros of such great size. For comparison's sake, here in North Carolina, two smaller metros, the Greensboro-Winston-Salem area and the Raleigh-Durham area, are connected by a wider 8-lane freeway, and has had smooth flowing traffic for over 30 years and counting. With that being said, it's no shocker that I-4 is ranked as the most dangerous interstate highway in the country. I can personally attest to this, seeing some type of traffic accident pretty much every time I travel between Orlando and Tampa, not to mention the constant wrecks in Orlando itself. Florida is aware of the issues with I-4, and fortunately they are actively on it. A plan is in the works, and that plan, my friends, is called I-4 Ultimate. The first phase of this project is complete. How has it worked so far? What's coming next? Let's explore. Basically, I-4 Ultimate is a massive infrastructure project designed to address the capacity and safety issues with I-4 in Florida. It included a series of improvements, but the most notable part of this project were the express lanes that were constructed down the center of the existing highway. I-4's updated cross-section now consists of a set of 4 express lanes in the center, flanked by 6 to 8 general-purpose lanes that are free to travel. Also included in the project was the reconstruction of 15 major interchanges and the rebuilding of over 150 bridges. Overall, this added 50% more capacity to the roadway. So how effective have these lanes been? In an article from Fox 35 Orlando, it has been reported by the Florida DOT that as of March 31st, the express lanes brought in a whopping $1.4 million. That is based on a total of 1,461,029 tolls collected and a 50% increase in the number of vehicles using the express lanes, despite the initial number of vehicles using them being less than expectations. Florida DOT says it's not about the money, but about saving drivers time and preventing crashes and losses of lives. As of March 31st, 15,000 vehicles were using the express lanes each day. In another article from Nicholson Student Media by the University of Central Florida, Eric Hill, Director of Transportation System Management and Operations for Metro Plan Orlando, said, "At the forefront of the 20-year transportation vision for the region is safety." He said that the heavy congestion found on parts of I-4 often leads to drivers making irresponsible decisions. Hill said he has observed how the general purpose lanes flow has improved since the opening of the managed lanes. "I have to believe this is part of the benefit that there are vehicles being taken out of those lanes and put into user management." Now, personally, when I was in Orlando to check them out, I have to say that they did work very well. One could pay the toll and have a basically stress-free ride through what was once one of the most stressful and dangerous drives in America. I must say that it felt great to zoom past the typical slowdown that you see in the general purpose lanes. Another benefit is the safety. Since 18-wheelers are banned and there is much less traffic on the express lanes, they are much safer to drive than the general purpose lanes. You can take a look at Google Maps traffic data on a typical weekday to see the express lanes in action. Back in 2021 when I was in Orlando, unless you got up early in the morning or late in the evening, I-4 was pretty much in the red all the way through town. Now with the express lanes, you can routinely see green through the city, and red begins where the express lanes end, right after Kirkman Road as you approach the Disney World exits. One thing that helps with I-4's express lanes in comparison to those used along I-95 in Miami is the concrete barrier separating traffic. In Miami, the express lanes in many locations are separated from the main I-95 by simple plastic barriers. This leads to reckless drivers occasionally crossing in and out of the express lanes to bypass traffic and causing some deadly accidents. But the express lanes in Orlando, you have a wall of safety. So if a foolish driver took the general purpose lanes, got caught in traffic, then decided that, oh, I wish I took the express lanes, well, you gotta wait to the next entrance, buddy. These are express lanes done right. Personally, I will never drive the general purpose lanes through Orlando again. Not only for avoiding traffic, but also for my own safety. So what can we expect to see in the future on I-4? Now, of course, Florida didn't build this grand highway project only to push the traffic backups down to Disney World. As it currently stands, congestion usually begins right where the express lanes end. The next part of this project currently in development is called Beyond Ultimate. The Beyond Ultimate project will extend 20 miles west and east of the current end of the existing I-4 Ultimate project. Like I-4 Ultimate, it includes a series of pavement, bridge, and interchange improvements. However, the biggest part of the project is the extension of the express lanes to these parts of I-4. Also like I-4 Ultimate, no general purpose lanes are to be removed. Express lanes are to be constructed down the median, separated from the general purpose lanes by a concrete barrier. This will make traveling along I-4 through the entire Metro Orlando area a breeze, for a small fee of course. Florida DOT was kind enough to provide us with a nice interactive map to explore exactly where and what will be happening. Let's check it out. So here we have a pretty nice overview of the full project. In the gray, you can see the complete portion through the city. To the south in green is the extension through the Disney area. And to the north in blue is the extension into Deltona and Volusia County. In my experience, it's been the areas near International Drive and Disney World that are the worst. Let's take a look at the plan down there. Alright, so here we have the Sand Lake Road interchange. It says this project will reconfigure and lengthen ramps at the interchange and improve capacity on Sand Lake Road and Turkey Lake Road. Left turns from westbound Sand Lake Road to southbound Turkey Lake Road will be eliminated. Instead, drivers will access Turkey Lake Road via the new loop ramp. In addition, the project will include reconstructing the general use lanes from west of Sand Lake Road to the end of the I-4 Ultimate project. So it looks like here there will only be one managed lane per direction rather than two like the Ultimate project. Interesting. They even have a YouTube video here visualizing the project if you guys want to check that out. Very nice. Now, if any of you are familiar with this area, then you know how much of an absolute pain it is to turn left on the Sand Lake Road coming off I-4. Even worse is that chaos if you're trying to get on Turkey Lake. So it looks like this redesign will take care of the issue. Heading back out, you can click on the different segments to get details on the costs, the funding, and potential start date of these projects. Lots of good info here. Looks like these Disney World interchanges are going to cost billions. I won't bore you by going through every little segment, so if you guys want to see more details on the project, I'll link it in the description so you can check it out for yourself. Not bad at all. Good job, Florida DOT. Alright guys, there it is. I-4 Ultimate and I-4 Beyond Ultimate. Do you think Florida's grand plan for I-4 will really help with congestion and safety? For my Florida viewers, have you used the express lanes? What was your experience? How do you feel about express lanes in general? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next trip coming soon to a town near you.